Ahoy gamers and welcome back to Total Warhammer 3 Old World mod. This time we have the SFO mod also installed, which is an overhaul mod which tweaks the balances of the game, adds a couple new units, almost like a breath of fresh air into Total Warhammer 3. This series is going to be different from last week's one, because last week's one, Teclis was playing as the High Elves. Teclis never made it out of the Badlands, he is gone. So now we're playing as the Wood Elves. We're playing as Drycha herself. So in this episode, we talk about the mechanics of the Wood Elves. We win our first battle, take our first city, and we're in a really good place to carry on. But without further ado, let's jump on in. Hello there, and welcome to another new series. I know I started one last week for Total Warhammer. However, this one will be on a different race, different campaign, because the High Elves didn't work out too well for me. Teclis failed me, and I failed him a bit. So now we're going to be playing this on the Old World again. So the Old World is obviously a mod which brings us back in line with the lore of Total Warhammer, or of Warhammer I should say, or fantasy. We're also going to be playing with SFO on. So SFO is an overhaul mod which changes the aspect of the of Total Warhammer 3 and doesn't overly change everything. It just brings everything, kind of tweaks and balances all of the races and classes and most of the skills. So it's not to, it just makes the game feel different, and I always find it feels better. Although I'm not very good at the game, it does feel like a better game. So we'll be jumping in with both. Well, we have SFO and Old World loaded up at the moment. And we'll be jumping straight into the Old World here.
Empire's blessings, yes.
Not interested in Empire, sorry. We're going for Wood Elves.
King of the Deep Wood.
And we're not going for you, Orion. Sorry, buddy. We're going to go for Drycha. So, Drycha is one of my favourite heroes for Legendary Lords of all time. It's just an amazing character. Just because I just enjoy the way it plays. We can play as Drycha. The settings got very hard and very hard again. Battle difficulty. I'm expecting this to be difficult. SFO does balance a lot of things, and it does tend to make the game slightly more difficult, which obviously brings slightly more of a challenge to the game. Hopefully I can survive slightly longer this time around than about 2 hours worth of me playing, which is obviously I managed to get 5 episodes out, which I would have liked to have a longer series. So I'm hoping this will be that longer series I'm going for. I will be starting. Drycha starts in the middle of Reichland, so we'll see how this works out. There is a river to the north, so I don't know how that's going to work out for me. I've not seen what the map looks like in Reichland. I just know what it looks like in the Badlands, because that's where I played as the High Elves as Teclis. So let's jump straight into the campaign. So obviously Wood Elves and High Elves are very similar. However, I like Drycha because you don't have to really focus on the elf side of things. You want to mainly go for the Tree King. You want to go for the Dryads. You want to be going for the Tree Men. Because they are the big damage dealers. Drycha buffs them quite a lot. So that's what you want an army of. Not little pansy little elves with little bows and arrows. Not doing very well like in Teclis' army in the last series. These should be hard hitting. And they will be hard hitting, and I believe most of the attacks, most of my units will have armor at the start. Most of my enemies will not start with armor piercing, so that is a big bonus that Drycha has, that your enemies will not be able to kill you quickly enough. So even if you have an army of treekin or tree men, you should win automatically in theory, because they will not have their armor piercing to be able to take you out. So that is one big bonus that Drycha has at the start. And, of course, you get some really good heroes later on. Like, you get one legendary hero, which is a big tree, which is awesome. This already looks very different. I am the Forest Wrath. So there's where I start. Nice little Chaos Gate right there. That's good to see. It's how they play. Recruit Glamoured Wood Elf units, yep. Instantly recruit Wild Spirits, yep. Pacify regions bordering the world's magical forests. Okay. So how many can I see the magical forests? So there are a few magical forests here. 2 in the north, 1 on Albion, Okay, so that's quite interesting, the amount there are. Pinnear woods. Right, that's good to know. I didn't know there was this many woods. Obviously, in the base game, there's not this many woods, so it's nice that they took this into account. Alright, so Order, well, the Empire already start with hating me, which is good, I guess. So I've got the Dryad building. So I kind of want to get... So my control shouldn't be an issue in my main settlement. So what I want first is some growth. So I'm going to get the growth building first. I don't have enough to build any other buildings because these all require some form of growth to start them off. So I will be getting this income building next. Not sure what one yet, but... Right. Mr. Candy here. Let's get him into Drycha's army.
They will be stopped.
And then Drycha herself. So what has she got? So she's got a load of Dryads, a Tree Man, and some Tree King. What you can upgrade these with is aspects. So these aspects have some pros and some cons. So for the Tree King here, I can give them more arm melee defense, but they lack some armor pen. But the bonus towards infantry, I can give them more armor, but they're slightly slower. I tend to go for aspect of the oak, to be quite honest. Give them slightly more armor, but they are a little bit slower. And I'm not sure how much... So this doesn't cost too much, so I can just upgrade them all with aspect of the oak. Give them all slightly more armor. So what I said in the loading screen is that obviously most enemies start off with very little armor pen. So having armor early doors is really useful. So plus growth is really good. Physical resistance. That's okay. I don't really want that side. Upkeep for Dryad, Treekin. That's really good. I'm going to go for that one first. I can't build anything else, can I? I technically can. I don't really want any of these. If I can help it. Glade Captain, nope. No. No, so let's start our first fight. It's going to be a prolific victory. Apparently we're going to lose a unit of Dryads straight off the bat. So we'll see how this goes. Let's check what the map's like. Okay, so it's a straightforward fight. They do have a mortar and a cannon. Do they have any armor piercing? Doesn't look like it. Obviously, crossbowmen are... I believe they are armor piercing. From what I believe. But yep, that should be a relatively... I was going to say easy fight, but none of these fights for me are easy because I am a complete noob. So let's jump on in. So here I've positioned so I can put some Dryads behind them. So the idea is that I can go straight for this mortar and their cannons. At the moment they're not hidden. So I'll put them back here. They should be hidden. Well, they won't be from view. And I should just be able to get them to come round. That is... These guys will essentially just push straight up the middle and hope for the best. Move these straight into the forests. Move these guys up. Essentially move them all up, to be quite honest. So even if they can see these, let's move over here. So they already know you're there, so let's just keep moving. They got outriders, which aren't the best to fight against. When my hunter gets up here, just gonna get him to keep firing. I'm not really sure where they're trying to move to or from. So they seem to just be running away. I'm going to get you guys to get as close as possible. I do have the ability to summon some benevolent Dryads, which is good. Alright, you guys just rush in. You guys rush in as well. Those are the great swords. So we're going to get my tree man to attack the great swords as well. And get one unit to attack the cannon and the mortar. And you guys attack there as well. Drycha, if you get slightly closer, you do have some magic. Use your magic on the great swords. You're going to get the tree man straight into the fight. And then my Dryads are going to get him to attack these swordsmen. My Dryads are now attacking their Quite luckily attacking their siege weapons. With Drycha getting closer, she will soon have the ability to summon some more dryads. I'm going to summon dryads straight in their face. There we go. So that's going to chase down their archers or their rangers. Drycha's going to get involved there as well. I'm not really sure what this archer's doing. Hopefully doing their best. You can just focus on their hero. I'm happy that their siege weapons are going to be out of this fight, that's for sure. And these guys are just going to mop up what's over here. Okay, you just keep fighting. I'm not sure how long is left on these malevolent dryads. So hopefully these guys can mop up some of these units before the dryads start disappearing. Starting to break them there. You go down. You guys keep fighting. You can go in here and help them. You just flank round. And you actually help this unit down here. You help Drycha. She is on her own. And you guys just mop up what's left. My tree kin are doing really well. You can just go through and help those. Annoyingly, of course, they've got their pistoliers just firing, or outriders firing at us. Not really much we can do about that, unfortunately. You guys just mop up the swordsman down here. So this is just going to be a mop up here now. Probably not going to be able to take out their hero. Use that on these mobs down here. That does a bit of damage, not loads. So the speed. Just looking at the speed of these mobs, see if I can actually get to them. But it looks like their outriders are actually, yeah, a fair bit faster than my units. So it's just their outriders that are left that haven't broken. Oh, and their hero. So I'm going to get both my heroes to attack him. I don't have any magic or anything. And I don't really know what this hero is going to be doing. I don't think it's probably got any kills. He's got 35 kills. That's quite impressive. And it looks like everything other than their hero has been defeated. I think we have the speed to run down a lot of these mobs. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do have the speed to run down them. Which is quite useful. Drycha's obviously still fighting her way. Melee attack, melee defense. You do that. You guys just come up here as well. I forget the tree man to go up here. What's in here? Looks like the unit that haven't broken are actually they're great cannons and they're hiding in the woods. Now, I don't think you're saying you're obstructed, so you should probably move slightly closer. Or move to where you're not obstructed. One unit can go down there, take out his crossbowmen. Yeah, you should be able to see them now. And these guys will wipe out these crossbowmen. Conveniently, they're running straight towards my hero with the bow and arrow. Hopefully maybe he can take him out. I want to ideally kill this guy. The Drycha is... let's say he's faster than him. Apparently Drycha's slower than him, according to that. Which I don't believe at all. 47. Okay, no. He's slower than Drycha. Just want to at least kill this lord. If this doesn't work, I'll just use this magic on him, which should finish him off. There he goes, down. Right, let's end the battle. And let's see how we did. Right, so Drycha did a lot of damage. 71 kills on her own. My Dryads did relatively well. This unit of Dryads were up against their great swords, so I didn't expect them to do amazingly well. But, you know, 27 kills, not bad against some great swords. Their siege weapons did barely anything, same as their ranged, just because I was able to get those Dryads behind them. And as soon as they were behind them and they were up in their grill, as it were, they had no chance of doing any damage to me at all. Right, so let's look what I can get from this. So I can get money. Money is always useful. I can get replenishment and increase my reserves. That's quite useful as well. Or I can kill captives. That's only for 2 turns. If I know I'm going to get into another fight, that's quite useful. But I'm going to replenish my army. Do you know what? I'm going to take the money, actually. See, the game probably wants me to try and take one of these cities. I'm guessing it wants me to take this one. It's a capital city, though. That's going to be quite difficult. Oh, yeah, I will probably try and take that. But these are... So the mechanic for the wood elves is interesting. So this is the great tree in this area, the griffin wood. And we essentially need to defend it, which is fine. So I'm just looking at these are defensive buildings. Who is this? Shadow Dancer, Trickster, replenish troops. Not sure whether they're any good, to be honest. But that extra control... Am I getting control because there's a hero in this area? Yes, because of the character. So ideally I want this. Does it give me a few more units? But I don't need it right now. Don't have any ranged units, so it would be nice to get some scouts, but I don't need them just yet. A Shaggoth would be, Zopes would be good. Oh, there are ranged units. I did not know that. Did not know that. So I can call upon wild spirits, or I can just recruit normally. So I'm going to recruit 3 units of bows, and then I'm going to call upon wild spirits to call upon wild spirits to get another unit of dryads. So how, as I was saying, so how the wood elf faction works is there's a number of woods around the map. You've got each wood, essentially you need to work on healing the tree. So here if I hang over this, it tells me how to heal the tree. So currently it's going from, so 100 means it's fully healed, you can do the rebirth ritual. However, and then when you do rebirth ritual, it gives you a set amount of something. So from 0 to 19, I get no benefits from this tree at all. But above 19, it should start giving me diplomatic relations with vampire counts, increased research rate, and forest health in Athaloran. So Athaloran isn't on this map. Obviously, Athaloran is the tree in the middle of the world. Nope, wrong. This is Athaloran, the Oak of Ages. Sorry. So all of the wood elves should be working to try and help re-bring Athaloran back to life, and then you get X amount of benefits for helping Athaloran. I believe that is the victory conditions as well. Victory conditions, short campaign. Nope. There we go. So for your long campaign, you have to do the defense of the oak and do the rebirth ritual for, I'm guessing it will be for Athaloran. And then obviously campaign victory, the over one. So to increase the health, you can either do some battles. Obviously certain buildings, events, healing other forests can affect your forest. Doing rituals, doing encounters in the area. So if you annoy enough of the local population, you'll have encounters where they're trying to come and attack your wood and burn it down. You can essentially, if you win those battles before they become too big, you can get a bonus for your wood. But if you don't deal with them, your wood will take a negative impact. And some other negative impacts would be hostile halflings, other rituals not being dealt with, or encounters not being dealt with. And then these, if I own these, or whoever does own them is an ally, I can gain the benefits of those being an addition to my health of my tree. So at the moment, I'm currently getting a -3 to the replenishment of the tree. In theory. Well, I've got 2 for those battles, but I'm getting -3, so I'll be getting 0 because the local area is aggressive. So you can see these are negative because we're at war with them. This is neutral because we're not at war with them. It's a neutral faction at the moment. So that's how it works. And you can use deep roots. Deep roots, I can transport my army to any of the other trees around the world. So if I'm not doing too well here and there's an army to attack me, I can be like, well, I'm going to go to the Vale of Webs. I'm going to teleport to here. And there's nothing against me from doing that. Nothing stops me from doing it, so I can go. But that is essentially the Wood Elves special mechanic. Obviously, Drycha can upgrade her units, which is quite cool. She can also summon units of the wild. So you can Manticores, Great Hawks. They're all pretty cool, to be quite honest. But let's end turn, and hopefully next turn we should be able to attack this city. So when you have SFO as well, you get the SFO settings up here. And I don't actually... I think I can... Right, okay, fine. You can change a load of stuff. Down here you can turn the tide... Time to turn the tides. I guess that's clicking that. You will get an instant kind of... what did I click there? Okay, won't be able to change it. It's a 10 turn cooldown. Fine, I haven't changed anything anyway. Right, so what upgrades can I give these guys? Are they exactly the same? So you get less armor. Yes. Oh, aspect of the birch is going to be good for these guys. Because they're just going to sit back and be archers anyway. I can get a Great Hawk as well. Yes, I'm going to recruit a Great Hawk because it's instant. I think I'm just in range to attack the enemy capital. One unit is relatively injured, so that's not ideal. There we go, prolific victory. I'm going to fight this because I want to fight. I enjoy sieges. Well, I actually enjoy all the battles in this, to be quite honest. Let's see how the map and the terrain looks like. So it's a relatively okay map. There's probably going to be a lot of towers, so I'm going to have to probably rush. But let's fight this battle. You can fight the battle straight away as well, because most of the tree men have got siege, so they can just attack a city. I think tree can also have siege. Just once again, you can just attack a city. Dryads may have it. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Don't know why I'm saying. I can say, yeah, siege attacker there. They're not a siege attack. Stop telling me whether they are or not. But at least the tree man's a siege attacker, which is really useful. They have got a few anti-large. Obviously these, I don't know why these are so badly injured. The mortar's badly injured as well. That's probably the mortar is something I'm going to just send my Great Hawk to take care of relatively early on. Once that's dealt with, these crossbowmen shouldn't be too much of an issue. The only problem with this is that I don't have a way of... So there's towers here. So I don't have a way of climbing walls at all. So I'm going to have to just essentially rush them as soon as possible. The only units that can climb walls are the... if I get any elven units. Hang on, it's saying that these can climb walls. I take that back. My units can climb walls. I did not know that. However, I plan on just rushing the gate straight away. So start battle. Get my dryads to essentially climb the wall straight away. You guys to attack the wall. You guys to go forward and find the mortar, wherever the mortar is. The mortar's right there. And then I can get Drycha to go and attack the wall as well, and you head here. So I'm hoping that I can get close enough to them that they don't fire all their arrows and kill all my units. So my archers are also going to get quite close to the walls, because I want the archers to essentially go on the walls. My hawks are still just going to go in and take out that mortar. Doesn't look like they're too bothered by it, to be honest. My leadership is relatively low on the hawks, which is a bit sad. Where is Drycha? There you are. Just kind of want these guys to move a little bit faster. Obviously, there's nothing I can do about that, about their speed. So I'm happy if they send these swordsmen towards me, because swordsmen aren't obviously anti-large, so they won't do very much against my Great Hawks. I just need this unit to lose its... Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are done for. If you can just finish them off, that would be great. There you go. They're now off of their siege weapon, so I can... They've been beaten. So they should be able to take out those swordsmen as well. Then I'll get them to retreat. Essentially need to wait for my units to essentially all dock the walls. Once they dock, you move here. You move there as well. Once they dock the walls, and I'll be able to move them. Okay, you have just taken a lot of damage. I'm not sure what just hit you. You guys just essentially just retreat. I don't want to lose all my Great Hawks if I can help it. How's the gate looking? So the gate's health is going down really quickly. And you guys are still taking a fair bit of damage here. Not very much I can do. Oh, I now own this tower, so you guys can get in front of this tower. You guys can just sit there, and then you guys should be okay. Right, you guys keep fighting. You guys don't look like you're doing very much over here, so you go and assist. Actually, you guys go down, start attacking down there. How's the main gate looking? Almost down. You guys go and try and attack those guys. Once the gate's down, we should be in a good place. Yep. So you guys go down and attack them, please. So the annoying thing about, that I find about this is, as most of your units are still climbing the walls, they essentially outright refuse to move until more of them are off the walls. Well, or at least on top of the walls, I should say, not off the walls. Right, I'm going to use that against this unit here. So I've given these guys the move order, but as there's so many of them still climbing the ladders, I think it has to wait until there's critical mass, until over half of them are on the wall, and then they'll move. These guys are now moving, which is good. So I summoned these ones just to go on, go attack, keep chasing. Yeah, summon these guys just to scare off these crossbowmen. Doesn't look like they're actually doing anything now, though. Right. These crossbowmen aren't... those bowmen aren't really doing anything, actually, to be quite honest. If I can get them on the walls, that'd be awesome. Or get them at least up here. Actually, no, I'll just tell him to go on the walls. That'd be easier. Drycha, how you doing? Okay, you don't have enough power to be able to use anything else. Looks like we've essentially secured this gate, which is good. What you guys fighting here? Swordsman still, okay, fine. Where has the rest of this unit gone to? Okay, I think they're kind of broken. They're still climbing the walls. Right, you guys, okay, you're still fighting those guys, fine. You guys are fighting them as well. Looks like those guys there are about to start breaking. Drycha, you get involved. Stop resting. And my tree man can do a bit more damage. My hawks are fine. Quite happy about that. Okay, they're now down off of the walls, so they're now actually able to be used. And you guys are just mopping up what's left down there. You guys are mopping what's left up here. Can send you all into attack. You can just stand there. I don't really know what you've done this entire match, but you just do your best. Looks like I'm being shot by a lot of arrows. I am being shot by a lot of arrows. Because I've got a lot of barricades here, so this one essentially controls a lot. That unit of crossbowmen could do that unit of dryads could do a bit of help to send another unit up that way. You guys try and push forward. You continue to go and help. So them having all these siege weapons is a bit annoying. There's nothing I can do about that other than taking these points. So this barricade up here is I want to see what the barricade is. Looks like it's just a trapped barricade of some sort. So that means that it's going to probably activate something as I get close. Should get everyone to move up there. You guys should just be able to take out this crossbowman on your own. Okay, they are still fighting them good. Drycha's quite tanky. So I'm pretty happy that she's just still in the midst, doing her best, doing her thing. Yeah, she's quite good for a spellcaster. She's got loads of armor, loads of health. Compared to the tree man, not the most amount of health, but she's got a fair bit. Okay, that unit's now fallen. So that is a trap. That is another trap. So you guys just head up here and try and take out those crossbowmen. The range of these are pretty impressive. So you should be able to take them out. These crossbowmen are going to be very annoying. Let's see, that doesn't affect those. If you can capture that zone, that'd be awesome. Tree man, you go that way. And the tree kin, you guys go that way as well. Might as well chase these guys down. 1 unit of dryads to chase after them. And if I can get 1 unit of dryads, no, not dryads. No, I'm going to get you guys to head up here to take out these swordsmen. Okay, the swordsmen are actually up there. It's interesting. Okay, so that looks like I can now probably bring in my bird. Hopefully, maybe just mop up some of these mobs running about. You guys can take them out. You dryads, you may as well help. Drycha, you may as well help. And now I'm behind them. I can go cap this point. So these archers are going to be really annoying. My hawks are on the way to take out these pikemen. Not the best one-on-one. So pikemen should counter my my hawks. Right, now see if you can break the barricade. Just attack the barricade. Don't attack the archers. Just take out the barricade. And you guys can come this way to actually attack the archers now. Oh, they're trying to run away, so do attack the archers. Like that. That unit is now down. So it doesn't really matter if I kill any more of them. As it's a siege battle, they're all going to die anyway. It looks like I got momentum. So let's end the battle. Let's see what the damage was. See how many of my units died. So I lost 285. A lot of them were dryads. My tree man and tree kin took very little damage, but they were pounding on the walls for a while. The mortar obviously did nothing. Where's my hawks did relatively well as well, so I'm pretty happy about that. So I'm content that we got a good positive from that. Didn't realise that my archer hero actually did some kills, got some kills. Quite surprised about that. I just thought he just sat back having a nice joyous day. That should give me an option of what I want to do here. I believe that I can either... It's tough what the Wood Elves can do with their settlements. There's no point in me building outside of my radius. Obviously, this is in my radius because this is one of the places that's connected to my Great Tree in my area. However, there's no point in me essentially occupying it, because if I occupy as half land, the settlements I could build are pretty useless. It just ends up being a bit of a waste. I could plunder it. I'm going to occupy it, and I'll show you what I mean by it's pretty useless. So all I can build here is, fair enough, I can get some economy generated, and I've got a port, so I can actually do some trade, which is a bit weird for Wood Elves to do trade, especially Drycha. She hates everyone. Makes sense. I'm going to do the same thing I did last campaign and go for the replenishment, upkeep cost, and then this one at the end. And then I'll go for the rest. The healer. On Arrow Cronus first. Right. Okay, not really much I want there. Ooh. Don't really want any more archers, to be honest. I do want archers. But I want dryads. I'm just gonna get 1 unit of dryads. Don't need too many. Just gotta wait for my money to build up. And here, can I actually build anything? Not of note. So okay, 4 more turns. So now you can see that is now positive. So if I look here, hostile hearthlands is still -3, but it should be -2 now. And because of local battles, I had 2 battles in raising, so now it should be as of next turn, it should be equal. I don't think it ever goes down. So if you get a minus, it doesn't actually take it off of what you've already gained. Oh, got new research. Let's have a look. So I've got Wisdom of the Pine, which decreases my upkeep and decreases the construction time for infrastructure buildings. It's great. These Flame and Dry Treekin are awesome. So now I'm just going to have to obviously go through the normal because I don't have any more of these Amber. So campaign line of sight and +1 control, which is also really good. This is always... Okay, I'll cover this now, but this is quite dangerous. Wisdom of the Eagle Lords. So your Eagles are stronger. That's great. But it provides line of sight over every magical forest in the game. So this is really quite dangerous. Because you can see every magical forest, but they can all see you. That can turn quite dangerous quite quickly. That if for some reason you can see a Skaven faction the other side of the world, they might decide that you are their top priority. And they might send an army across the map just to take you out. It's quite weird. Then it can mess with your diplomacy because you've declared war. You've got a load of people essentially trying to kill you. So it can really mess with a few things. But it's been quite a long video. Well, a little bit longer than I would normally do. So we're going to end this here. So Drycha, new campaign on SFO and Old World. So far so good. Battle number 2 completed. I've got a good feeling about this. I'm enjoying Drycha a lot more than what I was originally with the High Elves. But we'll see how this we'll see if this carries on. Thank you much for watching if you made it this far. Hope you have a wonderful day and peace out.